And coming to here, the Informatica point of view, usually we know that it is ETL, right? Yeah, extract, transform, and loading. But Informatica and very less tools, which is acting as data integration tools. Talent, Informatica, and Pentaho. These are a little bit data integration side, not only ETL kind of thing. Data integration means combining multiple transactional data to make into one data warehouse. Yeah, so that would be which means can we do with other ETL tools? Yeah, you can do with that, because ETL tools can connect to multiple databases, yeah, multiple source systems. That is true. Then why only we call it as Informatica as data integration or Talent as a data integration? Yeah, here ETL, it can connect to multiple databases, but it cannot connect to multiple data source types. Not only database, right? So we have databases, and we have flat file, we have web-based data, and we have ERP data, and we have XML data. Yeah, so these kind of different kinds of database, data sources, that can be possible only if you have a data integration tool. This can be achieved by using Informatica or Talent. There are tools are there, but these are the integration point of these two are more into the market. Okay, so means you can conclude that Informatica can connect to any kind of source. Yeah, as a data integrator. Okay, and even Talent is open source. Yeah, so Informatica is a corporation. Talent is also a separate company, which is a data integration tool, and you can connect to Hadoop, big data. So all these kind of different source types you can use as Informatica as a data integrator. Okay, and why do we need all this data integration, or why can't we go with simple? We have a ERP source and we have SAP, BW is there. Then why do we go with Informatica? Because see, when in the project point of view, yeah, I have SAP ERP. So example, let's talk about Airtel and Uninor. Yeah, so Airtel customers now, Uninor customers are now with Airtel, right? So Uninor is using some kind of legacy mainframes, okay, or legacy data, and this is for Uninor. And then Airtel using some SAP ERP. Yeah, you cannot simply merge it. Yeah, you need to integrate properly with this legacy data as well as SAP ERP data, and there is the interface. So it pulls the data from both the things. Yeah, it's an interface thing that would be done by Informatica. Okay, by using Informatica. Then you can push the data by using ETL concepts, and you can push it to the desired output, which are combined. Okay. I can say database or your data warehousing. Yeah, so you can do that, or data integration, tables, or files, whatever you want. Yeah. So this is how the data integration takes care, and a project point of view. Okay. Now, are we going to do these things? Yeah, somehow I'll give you the scenarios, and I'll share the project. It is that you need to develop from scratch, which is I'll give you sample data, build the data warehouse by using that data. Okay, that is your a kind of mini project. I simply call it as POC or mini project. POC means proof of concept, and then mini project. I'll guide you how to do that. But before going to the project, you need to do the technical work, which I'll share the scenarios. So in this case, ETL point of view, how you are going to work with different scenarios, and what are the different transformations you have in Informatica, and how you're gonna use that in project level. So these kind of thing, I'll explain. Yeah, and we have agenda. So the course content, you can go through that in the website also you can see that. And we start with data warehousing concepts. So this is the first topic which we are going to start, and by tomorrow onwards, yeah. And then we go with informatic introduction, architecture. I'll share the software link, yeah, where you can download it, and we on the weekend we'll install it, yeah. Yeah, coming to the syllabus point of view, this is first topic, which is data modeling, how to create a data warehousing, and what are the basic concepts. Then we go through that. Then we'll move forward with architecture of Informatica. Then administration point of view, and by weekend we'll clear these things, yeah. So that we'll be getting the actual practicals from Monday, yeah, because it's a 13 GB of software, so downloading that takes time, yeah. And then I'll guide you how to do the L1 support by using Informatica security, yeah, and repository manager. And then Informatica designing. So what are the tools we have, client tools, and how you work with the tools? What are the different logics by using these transformations, yeah, with real-time scenarios, yeah. And then slowly move for the deployment. As a developer, you don't need that, but yeah, definitely I'll guide you how to do this, yeah. So these are the things which I'm going to explain in our course level, yeah.
Okay, Megha.
So any other questions before we winding up?
No, from my side.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Naga. Actually, when I got a mail from Radical,
Okay.
showing some extra content on admin part. So what is that?
That is for installation, yeah, deployment, and then that we can see in the installation itself, yeah. While doing architecture, I'll guide you.
Okay.
And then L1 security kind of thing, yeah. So administrator can be achieved only if you install the software. So that software installation, we'll have to install in your laptop, right? Because without that, you cannot continue. So that part, I'll make sure that it's a practical one.
And one thing is like I can see from you like you're working on development part, and later on you move to testing one, right? So if any person who is from testing, okay, and he just want to move to development, so what is the scenario? Actually, one of my friend have this scenario.
Okay.
So
usually, from my point of view, development I did support, then moved to testing, then worked as administrator. So these are all happened prior to development environment only, because I have done the business implementation where the logics point of view, that was purely development. Then slowly I moved to the other activities. I haven't done directly going to ETL testing, then coming back to development. If you do that, ETL testing would be easy, and even Informatica administration is also easy. But when someone is doing ETL testing or Informatica administration, they cannot come back to development because they have to learn the topics of Informatica development topics. It's not that much easy, because the development, the logics, which you know very well, compared to the ETL testing guy. ETL testing guy, they write the test cases, but they want to come back. Definitely, they need a development plan. Okay. Even administrator, you can just train the fresher also, by giving some condition instructions and upgrade everything. But they cannot start, working with the development, because purely different. They have to learn that.
Again, I heard something about the cloud data migration.
Yeah, correct.
So most of the firms are acquiring the cloud migration of their data.
Mm-hmm.
So in our case, where is the cloud migration? Like if we use.
So you can go to AWS because when I connect to Informatica, yeah, so I can connect to AWS source. Let me show you. AWS, GCP, or Azure. You want which cloud you would like to have?
Yeah, Azure is good one.
So let me show you. Can you see this? Amazon S3, yeah, Amazon S3 plugin, Informatica Cloud, and there are data where 10.4. Now it's 10.2. Yeah, it is showing only these sources, these targets. Yeah, but in 10.4, you can see Azure, even GCP also. Okay, those plugins already added. Okay.
I think so. In in old version of Informatica, this option is not showing, right?
No, these options are upgrade versions. This is now 10.2, 10.4. I have seen that in project level. So it is already connecting to AWS, Azure, GCP, even TIBCO, or I can say Salesforce is already there. Yeah, Tableau. So these are whatever the cloud data you are going to migrate. Yeah, so you can connect there, and even you can import from the cloud also. Means cloud to cloud you can do the data transferring, and cloud to on premises you can do, and on premises to cloud also you can do. That is how this Informatica works, especially for 10.4.0.
Okay.
That is it. Nothing to worry. These plugins, we don't need to worry. These are created by Informatica support team only. Your Informatica corporation will give you.
This part comes under the administration. He also can do the setup for us, right?
I do setup for you, but these plugins, once they added to the version, then we need to add the patch. So if you see this, the patch level is nothing, no patch level added here. Yeah, it's again R187, but there is no hotfix. Yeah. So you want to have a hotfix, yeah, then definitely you can have this HF1, HF2, HF3 like that. Okay. So those patches we don't need to add in our landscape, because unless you don't have the connectivity, why do we add all these things? Yeah, because you want to connect to SAP S3 plugin, you must have AWS account for that. Okay, so you want to spend some connectivity which you need to have the license, or to purchase the cloud, or else you need to lease the cloud. Okay, but you can do this because in organization you may have access key, yeah, secret key, public key, private key, folder path, and all these things you would be getting. Yeah, and what type of delimiter you would like to have, and then just connect and import. Yeah, that can be done.
Sure.
That is the reason still Informatica is existing. So without the connectivity, I mean, everybody is moving to cloud, means who is going to send the data? Data has to be populated, right? Data has to be transferred from on-premises to cloud, or cloud to on-premises, because there is no data transfer happening, and directly how you can work with the cloud, because on-premises data is still existing, right? It takes time to migrate all these things, and some of the companies they're not interested for cloud. For example, small business scale, they have issues with the cloud, and they are going with the on-premises only. But these small businesses have supplying some some goods to the one of your banking system, or one of your Amazon. Amazon is a cloud. Assume that, and sellers are in on-premises. Then how you migrate this data? How you interchange this? You need a ETL, because For small business scale, they don't need cloud, right? They need a simple ERP system. Yeah, that's it. Or else they need simple Excel sheet. Is it fine? Yeah, that's fine. Excel sheet is also fine. And they're sending data, goods to Amazon. Then definitely Amazon cannot force them to use, cloud.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So any other questions before we wind up? And I'll show you, these all this. If you have any questions on, if you have any AWS account, then we can connect over there. That's not a big deal. Yeah, I'll guide you.
Do we cover all the topics like it means including Informatica, data warehouse, Unix? Okay, Unix is there.
Unix point of view, I'll share some of the commands which are required for Informatica execution part. Yeah, and I'll share the script where you can customize according to your landscape, the project landscape. Okay, and because this landscape is Windows, yeah, I'll guide you how to do with Windows as well as how to do with the Unix. I'll share both the commands. Okay, and I'll share the script for Unix. Okay. Because end of the day, when you go with any project point of view, your client tools are working on Windows only. You cannot work client because these client tools are GUI based client tools, graphic user interface. So you cannot install them in Unix or Linux, which is a command level. Yeah. So definitely you need a Citrix, then you connect the Unix box and where you are loading the files. Yeah, that is available. That I'll show you how to do that.
Do we have means any kind of what we can say tightly coupled environment with the ETL installation? Like I should have Windows 11 or 10 only, or we can install in Informatica in Windows 7 also. Means like, is there any tightly coupled things?
Okay. To install Informatica, there are you can have 10.2 or 10.4, the versions which are available right now. 10.5 recently released. Yeah, not yet completed for the projects, but yeah, these two are running actually. Okay, and then this requirement is at least 6 GB RAM minimum. Yeah, and then 50 GB HDD. Windows 7 or 10, that's fine. Any of this version, or you want to have the Linux, yeah, you can install Linux also, but you must have almost not 8 GB actually, 16 GB recommended, but yes, 8 GB also fine for Linux or Unix.
Linux is compulsory, like, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Linux is compulsory. Like I'm using
If you
Windows.
want to work on only Linux, I don't want to work on in Windows. Yeah, definitely, I can suggest you go for that. But the tools which you are working, definitely on the Windows only. Means your virtual machine would be Linux, yeah, and you install client tools. You install client tools on your landscape, that is in desktop.
So
Yeah,
we are working inside a virtual machine, right? Will work.
yeah, we work on Windows environment because in real time also we log into Citrix, where you have, for example, I have a desktop here. That is your, assume that your laptop. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to connect with Informatica database server. Yeah. So this is assume that is my database server and this is my Informatica server. So these servers usually install on Linux or Unix. Yeah. And this is also. So I want to do development. So this is my current landscape. Yeah. So how are you going to connect this?
So if we have any kind of virtual machine like HVD or so.
Okay. In simple, I can say client tools we require.
Mhm.
Okay. So for Oracle, what do you need? SQL Plus or Toad or your SQL Developer, which is a UI tool. Yeah. And to connect to Linux, you need PuTTY. Yeah. And you need Informatica client tools. So these things are required in your desktop. Okay. My client is, my organization is not allowing to have the client tools in my laptop. So what they do, they simply give you Citrix access. Okay. So in between your desktop and database server and Informatica server, yeah, and you have Citrix, where you're using a browser by using your desktop, that is Citrix. You log into Citrix, and Citrix has client tools. Okay, so you log in Citrix and you open the PuTTY or SQL Plus, SQL Developer, Informatica client tools. They are connecting respect to database servers or Informatica servers respectively. Okay, so this is how usually in projects.
No, in our case, how we will use like
In our case,
how we will use like, for example, I am having a laptop having Windows 7 and with 4 GB RAM, 1 TB hard disk.
okay,
Okay.
then you need to install with lower version of Informatica, because for 10.2 you need to upgrade your.
No, I will upgrade it to Windows 10, no issue.
But RAM should be upgraded. It's not about
RAM 1.
yeah. It's not about Windows 10 or 7. 7 also I can install Windows Informatica 10, 10x. Yeah, that's not a big deal.
Okay.
Can we use VMware then?
Yeah, VM. Yeah, that's because see, currently also I'm using VMware, right? Can you see that? See, this is my laptop. Yeah, which is Windows 10 or something. And at that time, we don't have, what we call, a couple of years back, Windows 10 is not compatible to Informatica 10. Okay, then I have installed a virtual machine, which is VMware Workstation Player. Then I have added all this database, Informatica, everything here. So this is my virtual machine, which is Windows Server 2012. Okay, you can do that, but see, what is the RAM size I have? Let me show you. Because VM also requires some RAM, right? So this is my 16 GB RAM. Okay, out of that, I shared, if I go to, virtual machine, this you can see, it's almost 6 GB I shared, almost.
Okay.
So if you don't have RAM and the capacity, and it doesn't make any sense that you are having virtual machine or any machine, because you need to share some RAM to them, the virtual machines. Even I do have Informatica MDM, which I shared. Let me show you. So this is my Windows MDM 10, and if you see this, almost 8 GB I shared, because it requires Informatica MDM. Okay. If you have less RAM, that's fine. The version point of view, you can have lesser version to run this smoothly. Otherwise, you have to wait for 20 to 30 minutes for the server starting up. Okay, that can be done. If you go with 10.2 also. For example, we are starting batch at 10, so you have to start the server by 9:20, like that, 9:30, like that. So when I started this, almost 8 o'clock batch, today morning batch, I started this Informatica almost 8:30. Yeah, it started almost 8:38. Almost 30 minutes it took time. I started 8:03. You can see. For 8 or 8:30, usually I have to start prior to 30 minutes because the RAM is only 6 GB allotted, right? It took almost this much time. It takes time, that is the reason, yeah, usually we have.
Okay.
Okay. So let's
Sure.
see tomorrow, yeah. Any other questions?
No, Naga. Thank you.
Okay,
No,
great.
Naga. Thank you.
Okay, great. So let's see tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay then. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Good day. Bye.